American school system has huge foundational structural problems. Critical thinking skills in numerous schools are severely lacking and frequently ignored. Feelings have become elevated over thinking, much to the detriment of a good education. At its worst, formal schooling is used for appalling activities that can drastically harm young open minds. Many formal schoolrooms teach students what to think, not how to think. Some by lack of competence and some by design. Those who do it by design are morally bankrupt. Numerous school administrations, teachers' unions, the Department of Education, politicians, intellectuals, and some teachers are more concerned with forced ideologies and indoctrination in the classrooms than teaching practical life skills such as math, science, English, social studies, physics, biology, chemistry, economics, civics, literacy, history, and critical thinking. Reading, writing, and arithmetic are becoming demoted to tertiary skills in some schools. A large number of classrooms are disturbing chambers for captive audiences where brainwashing, academic double standards, lack of accountability and responsibility, identity politics, and hidden agendas flourish. Students become guinea pigs for the latest ideological indoctrination. These cultural wars significantly damage the students and are being fought tooth and nail by brave and loving parents and others who care deeply for the minds of our youth. The importance of learning facts, data, and empirical evidence is replaced by rhetoric and one-sided arguments to promote a position or idea. In subjects such as history and science, the facts and data become fluid and malleable to fit a particular ideology instead of presenting them fairly and honestly. Students aren't encouraged to use their critical thinking skills of analyzing, interpreting, evaluating reasoning, and judgment to understand, problem solve, and make informed decisions. Ego, pride, and the arrogance of knowing what is best for students without empirical data to back up their philosophy by the intellectual designers of numerous school systems is a massive part of the problem. Teachers' unions add fuel to the fire. They are more concerned with their agendas and power than the education of the students. Monies needed for education frequently end up bloating salaries, adding administration positions, perks and privileges, and promoting ideology instead of purchasing needed learning materials, supplies, and equipment to engage, illuminate, and stimulate student learning. Collaborative for academic, social, and emotional learning. CASEL. Many schools today use social and emotional learning (SAL). The Collaborative for Academic, Social, and Emotional Learning, CASEL, is one of the most well-known organizations promoting social and emotional learning. Developing the whole child is crucial. However, CASEL and other SAL initiatives are highly questionable. They aren't helping students learn core subjects and are likely promoting division. For example, CASEL promotes equity, not equality. They discuss inequities and social justice standards that aren't helping students with the core skills needed for becoming functioning and thriving citizens. These programs separate students into groups instead of encouraging a cooperative and collaborative learning environment. This has long-term damaging effects on many students. Teachers. Many incredible teachers are hardworking and student-focused. They teach core subjects and critical thinking skills by applying their knowledge, passion, and commitment. They strive to educate our young people and are vitally important to society. That said, some teachers are more concerned with ideologies, identity politics, and personal agendas than preparing students to be productive members of society by focusing on the subjects they are paid to teach, and that the students are hungry to learn. Adding to the problem, the administrators, teachers' unions, the Department of Education, and current ideological crusades significantly pressure and hamstring good teachers. Numerous teachers understandably modify their behavior and teaching habits to please the administrations, teachers' unions, politicians, special interests, and the current political environment. Losing their jobs if they don't align with the ideology of those in control, especially if they haven't earned tenure yet, is a constant concern with monthly bills to pay. This is tragic. Additionally, some teachers are poorly educated and unmotivated to improve. Low teachers' salaries don't bring in the cream of the crop to teach our young. This is unfortunate since the incredible importance of training young minds to learn and think critically is in the best interest of everyone's future. A significant increase in teachers' salaries with appropriate accountability to teach core subjects and drastically reduce ideological topics would likely be welcomed by informed teachers, parents, students, and taxpayers. Students caught in the middle. A great number of students are fully engaged in learning and growing. They strive to learn the skills to become useful members of society. These students are dedicated, motivated, hardworking, and hungry to learn. In healthy educational settings, these students excel. However, some teachers encourage students to believe they are entitled and have little or no responsibility for their learning and growth. To many undeveloped minds, this sounds appealing. These students are pawns of personal agendas and ideological indoctrination, which is extremely dangerous and damaging, especially to young minds. Excessive time is spent exploring feelings and emotions, and not enough on core subjects and critical thinking. This entitlement mentality has major damaging effects on students who eventually learn through the school of hard knocks that a good education is more important than being part of a movement damaging to their future and the future of others. Also, gender studies, ideology, have become integrated into many schools. This is the grooming of children, which is deeply concerning and wrong on multiple levels. Children are trying to determine their place in the world. Confusing them and sometimes encouraging them to change their entire identity can have long-term damaging effects. For example, in the book Irreversible Damage, The Disturbing Craze Seducing Our Daughters, author Abigail Schreier explores the significant increase in females coming out as transgender when trans influencers in schools and/or the internet have promoted this lifestyle. Puberty blockers, operations, psychological scarring, sterility, and more are causing serious long-term physical, mental, and emotional damage to our youth. In short, leave the children alone. In summary, entitlement, personal agendas, and ideological indoctrination are huge problems today, and a massive drain on a system that rewards bad behavior and discounts hard work. It hurts society where individuals expect to take without giving back. The problem isn't that Johnny can't read. The problem isn't even that Johnny can't think. The problem is that Johnny doesn't know what thinking is. He confuses it with feeling. Thomas Sowell.